I'm so irritated. So, all my fellow felons that are all not felons no more because your stuff is, mine's 12 years. So, tell me why I just got turned down for a tow truck driver job. I'm willing to work 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts, 16 if I have to, a couple days a week. What's the difference? More money. I just got turned down because I have felonies and I might have to eventually work with the police. And my felonies are going to conflict with it. But yet, I can use my CDL Class A, no restrictions, to go to the same company and get a job at Sims Brothers Scrapyard, driving CDL, emptying the whirlpools, barrels. Uh, I can do that. But yet, it's still eventually going to lead to contact with the police, right? I mean, if you think about it, if I witness an accident, if I cause an accident, most definitely. If I, you know, you know what I'm saying. Eventually, I'm going to have to deal with the police. You don't know. I dealt with them while I worked at Lousy Star. I dealt with the police. They'd come and check the building almost every night. When I'd walk out to the car, there's police sitting in the drive. So I'm going to try to get these things expunged and see if I can't get on with my life. Since apparently I'm only allowed to do E-class jobs instead of A-class jobs because one of my ex-wives thought it would be fun to lie. And then my lawyer thought it would be cool to just say, well, I'm going to Delaware to work. I don't want nothing to do with this, really. So if I'm going to be your lawyer and you want out, you're just going to have to confess to this and this and this. This was after I already spent a month in jail. My lawyer comes to me with this. I'm going to Delaware. You're going to have to take this. This is what they're offering. This is what I'm going to go for. I don't want to take this to trial. And I have a letter mailed to me while I'm in jail where my wife asked me to not tell the truth and get her in trouble.
Shut up.
Sorry. To not telling her and get her in trouble that if I was muggy, I would be taking the rap and not trying to get her in trouble or get myself out of trouble. I have that letter to this day. And I feel like that was enough to let them know that she lied. How many of you guys have to deal with what I have to deal with? But it's been over 10 years and it really sucks. Knowing I did nothing. And I got accused of it all. Never been in trouble for nothing but misdemeanors. And my first time catching a felony, I get an F1, an F2, two F3s, and two F5s. 5 felonies all at once. Then my wife changes her story from I bit her to I hit her. And when they come back 2 or 3 days later to take pictures where I hit her, there was no marks. You can plainly see in the picture. That's one thing that got my F1, F2 dropped, was there was no proof. But yet I had to take the F3 and the F5. I would love to sue the fuck out of this lawyer. I would love to get my life back on track. More than I already have. Being an ex-addict. I would love to be able to fit back into society without being labeled. And it's already labeled with all the trash tattoos. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did to get myself clean. Because I tolerated anything and everything I could to keep my mind busy. But I don't feel like it was right for this place to tell me I'm good enough to drive a Sims Brothers trash truck because I'm never going to have to deal with the police. Police will never be involved. But I can't do a tow truck and work beside them after having them chase me years ago. And years before that, I ain't saying I'm been an angel my whole life. I was a rough teenager. We didn't have computers back in the day. What we did was on paper, and what didn't get put into computers, what's they're never gonna know about. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I think that excuse that my felonies are gonna hold me back and not let me have a decent job, one that I'm even after and trying to get. Because I'm going to have to deal with the police. I'm going to have to go tow their cars. I would rather be towing their cars and towing cars from accidents for them than to be what I was doing 10 years ago. You know, and being that drug addict that's running from them, that gets nervous every time you see them. When you're driving, license or not, they pull up behind you. What do? Sweat. Constantly. It's a sweat the whole time. I remember being 16, not having no license. Cops didn't bug me. Didn't bug me one bit until my first false accusation and my first charge. If y'all got problems like this, man, I'm here to vent. Y'all can send me messages on here, wherever you want. But I definitely feel you, and a little knowing I'm not the only one going through this might just help a little bit. I appreciate you guys and all your time, and we'll see you next time. Look out for some more videos of my puppies.